What would you do if you knew that everything that happens to you is actually for your own benefit? Hi, I'm Sophia. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a thumbs up for my video. Thanks! I don't want to say I learned this the hard way, but over the time I have learned that you can actually use negative things that happen to you for your own benefit. Now hear me out. I mean, a lot of people out there grew up in a household where it wasn't exactly peaceful. That can go to the extent of being abused by your parents or just being yelled at or scolded. There's a whole different range for us humans to experience that, and it affects each and every single one of us differently. But all in all, what it does to ourselves is that we create a worldview in which we think, okay, the world is out to get me. The world is not a nice place. Whatever I try to do, it never works out. Whenever I get pushed down, I get up again, and then it happens over and over again. So I kind of feel like life is out to get me. And for me, I grew up in a household where I never had any peace. My mother was severely traumatized. My dad had his own packages too. And if you think about it, our generation, or I'm talking about my generation, I'm 24 years old. We have to think about the fact that our ancestors, and I'm talking grandparents or great-grandparents, those were people who actually grew up in a war or after a war. So they carry a lot of different traumas that they then have passed on to us. And even these days, I mean, there's war all over the world and negativity wherever you look. I mean, you don't really have to search for it because it's like right in front of you. You just have to turn on the news. So we're kind of stuck in this negative loop as a general humanity, because if you think about not the great-grandparents, but even further back, humans have been killing and have been doing war for thousands upon thousands of years. I mean, if you talk about the Vikings and the Romanians, all they knew was war, and so we go back a long time when it comes to negativity as a human species. And I think generally what that did to us is that it led to us having a really negative outlook on life. Like I said, life is out to get me, I never get the things that I want, etc. And today I want to talk about how my negativity, or how I used the negativity that I experienced to actually benefit from it. So, whatever happens to you can be used to your own benefit. And I'm saying this as a person who has been through a lot of stuff that wasn't necessarily pleasant. Like, it wasn't pleasant at all. Having depression, having a burnout, being abandoned by people all over again many, many times, just to name a few, those are not pleasant things. But if events happen to you again and again, oftentimes there's a lesson to be learned from this, and that lesson is a positive one. For example, if you're being abandoned by friends or by boyfriends or girlfriends over and over again, what that actually tells you is that some part of you has abandoned yourself. So I could go ahead and just say, oh my god, people are so mean to me, and how dare they leave me every single time, and I feel so alone. I don't even want to trust anyone else because I know I will be abandoned anyways. That is one mental position that I could have regarding this topic. But what I did instead is, alright, I felt this abandonment, but the real person who abandoned me was myself when I was younger, because of the way I grew up. I abandoned everything that was important to me. I abandoned all my personality traits that I had as a kid just in order to fit in, or because I thought they were not worthy to have. Like I would always joke around a lot. 10-year-old me wanted to be an actress and a comedian, and some time ago, I just abandoned that part because I thought it was not worthy. I was not loved the way I was, so I abandoned that part. And like I said, I could have gone down the route, okay, other people are the problem and I'm a victim, but what I did instead is, okay, I abandoned myself at my very core, and this is playing out in my life. I experienced so much abandonment and rejection because at my very core I was always abandoning myself. So out of that negativity, being abandoned, I actually, after years, many years, I realized, okay, the reason I'm experiencing this is because I abandoned myself. So from the negativity, I got the benefit of realizing, okay, wait, this has actually something to do with me. And that's just one example. You can use any situation, any experience that you have with someone else, no matter how bad it seems, to your own benefit. And I don't just say that because I'm like, you know what, I don't care about negativity, you can be positive all the time. Not at all. I mean, I've been through enough negativity that I know this is not what I mean, and that's not true. But to get out of the victim mindset is essentially what I'm talking about. You can look for reoccurring patterns throughout your life. For example, if you have trouble with friendships or relationships, or something happens to you over and over again and you can't really explain, okay, why is this happening to me? Why do I always pick the wrong people in relationships? Why can I never get the job that I truly want? Or are you even doing what you truly want? And sometimes the negative aspect of experience, for example, I apply for a job. I don't get the job that I want, which is a negative thing because I wanted that job, but turns out after a while you get another job that suits you even more and you have much more fun doing that job. So you never know what comes next. So the benefit was actually you not taking the first job, because then you wouldn't have even noticed the second job, which is so much better for you and for your own personal development. And this principle can be applied to any situation. And I'm here to tell you, I strongly encourage you to change your mindset in that way, because it will save you a lot of suffering. Because if you always go around in the world with a victim mindset and think the world doesn't want you, that's all you will experience. But if you reframe it in a positive way, even though you don't like the experience, you can always get the benefit from it. And that's what I've been doing. I mean, just a couple of days ago, I applied for another job and I didn't get the job, and I was kind of disappointed. And yeah, I was disappointed, but then I realized, okay, that's a whole nother story. They weren't really polite, and it turns out I wouldn't have felt comfortable working at a company either way. So it's actually a gift for me that I did not get that job, that I'm staying at my current job, because the people there are so much friendlier and it's a whole different atmosphere, a positive one. So yeah. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked this video, and yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and yeah, also let me know in the comments what are negative experiences that you had and how could you reframe them in a positive way to actually get the benefit from it. I'm so curious to hear what you have to say about this. See you in the next video. Bye!